puppy, my old friend. I don't have treats for you again. I wish I did, I really do. Easy. He's a good boy and he needs treats too. But Mommy didn't buy any from the store. Oh my Lord, it's the sound of no trees. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. You can do it tonight, baby, we can do it, make it right. Do it tonight. Thank God it came with the thing. These feel awfully thin. Should have gone to Goodwill to look for these kind of bottles. I should go to Goodwill right now and look for some more bottles. Dang, I should save this bubble wrap for when I want to do felting. Cool labels. mixing bowls. I need mixing bowls. Drawer organizers. Hairs from the banana, that's what that is. It's literally little fibers from the banana. It's crazy. This is 12 ounces, 24, 24, 48, 12. Need a little bit more than that. Slam into each other. I wonder if I can do that. I'm scared they're going to slam into each other and break. That'll probably be fine right there. I need something to... something that can hold it steady, that will not take up all of the space. I'm going to use this one towel. Okay, so 48, 24, 50, 72. I need 40 more ounces. I guess I could use those to refresh and make a new batch, maybe. We'll just see. Are there any jars in the sink? No. Are there any jars anywhere else? None that can be used. Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. We can do it. Do it tonight. Come on, little kitty, do it right. Catching mouses all day. Kitty cat, right? Kitty cat life. And I even got these cool AF little thingies. So liquid in jars. I could do an oil. I could do oil and vinegar. Mm. Huh? Oh, so glad that it came with this. Okay, just real quick. What? There's just one cycle, off and on. All right, well, I'll let that do its thing real quick. All right, I wash these by hand. Oh, Heather. Should have done it in this thing. Hey, another jar! Good thing I cleaned this side of the sink out yesterday. soul is so carbonated. I hope it isn't like liquor. Muns, please. So, next project while we wait for the dishes to go. Spiritual awakening, it's the weirdest thing. I'm convinced that 90% of the people in here are just bots. I don't know why someone would want to bot my account. Like, nobody would do it to be nice, that's for sure. So the only reason someone would bot my account would be to try to set me up to be banned or something. So I have no idea about that. But I'm convinced that my account has bots. There's just no way. There's no way that this is all real people. Hello, hello. I just don't understand. Like, why would someone pay for my account to be botted? It just doesn't seem to make sense. So it's as organic, I think, as it can be, because like the only thing that I can think of is someone's trying to set me up for being banned, like for like using bots or something like that. But it's very easy to prove that I didn't do it, you know, considering it's Google and they have access to like everything I do. You know what I mean? Fuck, I have to go into town today. Ugh! So mad I have to go into town. I could get a couple more days. Oh, who cares about you, you twerp?
We get
money.
Graham Allen. Graham Allen, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is? Hold on, let me pull up this picture real quick, because this picture just sent me. I was just like, how did I not know? And again, no fault to Graham Allen. I'm not even gonna sit back and be like, oh, Graham Allen's a liar, he's this, or he's that. I can't even say that. We should have looked into this. I just figured that a picture like this wouldn't exist. That was my mindset, is that this picture for sure doesn't actually exist. And it does. It does exist, actually.
They do exist.
Huh? It does exist. That's on us. We could have easily found this picture. He ain't hiding it. He ain't hiding it. Graham Allen's not hiding this stuff. Little peak on his hair, make himself look a little taller. You can shave it, just shave it off. Come on home. Come on home to being bald. Come on home to being bald, Graham. Don't worry about all this stuff. Don't worry about all this stuff. Come on home to being bald, buddy. It's okay. It's okay.
Ooh, why do I feel like I'm gonna faint?
Shame you. Don't let the cranium shame you.
Money, no.
Come on. I know you're a little short, it's fine. Anyway, this picture exists. I didn't know this. Anyway, let's get into what Baron has to say about Graham Allen. Baron bringing the heat. I have to say, usually he's bringing the hard-nosed, structured,
I fucking hate this. Every time I get my period, I get heart palpitations.
Breaking them down. This one he's bringing. This is more my speed. Today I am part of the high IQ outfit. I feel very welcome into the high IQ outfit today. Thank you so much, Baron. I do appreciate it. So let's get into talking about Graham Allen.
Just like we could not go through every industry where this has happened in the past, that will be the case tonight as well. We will not be able to go through every single interview.
Ugh, why do I feel so bad?
Instance of this happening, but I do want to grab a few people. I want to grab just a few people, and I want to highlight them because this is who we're up against, and they're not being honest. For example, start tonight with a guy named. I'm gonna get rid of the pop-up on this poison stuff here, TPUSA. I gotta go tonight to our boy Graham Allen. Robert Graham Allen. This is a page of TPUSA contributors. You see these contributors here? These people are paid. These are not people out here volunteering their time. So when one of these people is calling you a bad name, let's go to, say, Officer Tim.
Hold on. I just want to read these off. So we got Charlie Kirk. Of course, they keep Charlie up there. Out of respect, I would assume. Benny Johnson. Jack Pasopic. I think that's how you say his name. Pasopic, maybe. Officer Tatum, a.k.a. Mama. Alex Clark. Riley Gaines. I didn't know she was a part of it, actually. Who's this? Stephen Davis. Oh, is that the big black guy? It is. He was like a big black guy who was like always at the MAGA rallies, and he'd be like, look at me. Huh? Look how big I am. Black, bald too. And I love the president. That's our president. He was that guy, and he just evaporated. He's just gone out of nowhere. I haven't seen him in a minute. He used to be at every single rally. We have, who's this? Savannah Hernandez? Hernandez? That could be a nickname, but there's no way that's their actual name. Hernandez. Can you say that? Hernandez? Hernandez? Then we have One Cipher. I like how, very, very diverse. We have Morgan McMichael. Oh, we have John with the long African name. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is John with the long African name. He is the man who called Candace dastardly. He said, everybody who's listening to Candace, it's dastardly what this woman's doing. Dastardly. I don't know if you were with us, Hernandez. There you go. There you go. I can't even see the names. I'm going big. I'm really having trouble seeing the names. I can't see it at all. It's very small. As small as it is for you guys, it's as small as it is for me. Yeah, he was the dastardly guy. I don't know if you guys were with us during the dastardly the dastardly era of the podcast, but I mean, he was our Officer Tatum just 6 months ago. I mean, he was the best. Then we have another dude here. I have no idea what name that says. Then we have Anthony Watson, Paige Rowe, and Graham Allen. So out of this, we have two people who are actual agents. We have Jack, who actually got training at Fort Huachuca. We have Graham, who actually works for the Pentagon.
So much of my laundry is missing.
What are the odds that they're the only people
No,
who
maybe
got
not.
any type of marching orders from those
my fucking God.
outfits, we'll say?
Oh my God, it's literally
I think
covered
the
in yarn. Move!
Anyway, let's keep going.
Dastardly
to my vocabulary. You gotta add dastardly. Are you kidding me? You gotta add dastardly. Shout out to John K. He's a pastor. He's a Turning Point pastor. He was one of those guys attacking Candace. He was like one of the first ones. One of the first ones to call Candace evil and demonic. Good for him. And let's go.
Let's say you hear him go, Mama, and he starts mouthing her. Just know that is an investment TPUSA has made into.
Yay!
Did Baron just yell Mama? Oh my God. He told me he did an impression.
Yay, I found so much of my
He told me he did an
laundry.
impression last night. That is amazing.
It's
Thank
like
you so much.
Christmas.
We feel seen. We feel seen on the high hilarity outfits that we have over here. Thank you so much. You know, a shout out to Tatum like that is a shout out to me. I feel it. Thank you so much, man.
or Captain Jack, Agent Jack, as he likes to unironically call himself. But let's start with Graham Allen.
Who's
start here
that?
with Graham.
Tapping at my
Graham is an
door.
interesting case, probably the most interesting case, because in February of 2025, at a time many of us suspect that the decision to remove Charlie Kirk from Earth was beginning to take shape. It was in that month, February of 2025, that the actual Pentagon, the United States Department of Defense, now renamed Department of War, I think renamed Department of War. I can't tell if it's Department of War yet or not. But they have changed the name. And I don't think it's gone through Congress, so I'm not sure what it's technically legally called. We'll call it the Department of Defense, because in February 2025, it was still that. Conservative podcaster Graham Allen started a new job at the Pentagon
Yes.
as the Defense Department's
Funny
digital
bone.
media director. A defense official who was not authorized to speak on the record told this publication, Defense One. According to an email sent to the Pentagon's public affairs staff, Allen, quote, will further strengthen our ability to communicate effectively. The official did not provide any details about Allen's job description. I've been asked by the president and by Secretary Hegseth to serve my country again and come to D.C. specifically to help with the Pentagon side of things, Allen said in a recorded message on his Dear America podcast. And that's all I'm going to get into.
So another Dan Bongino.
Now, if you guys know, I did make a pre-recorded video. I put it out. I think it came out. I'm pretty sure it came out this week, maybe a couple days ago. Maybe just, yeah, I think a couple days ago it came out, where I actually do go into the job description that Graham had. And the job description is centered around narrative shaping. I sugar honey iced tea you not. It is framed around narrative shaping. That is the thing they're supposed to do. And it's framed around rapid response. Funny enough, and you know, I think Barron's going to get into that. I saw M did some research into that. People are linking him to a couple of rapid response accounts. FBI being one of them, DOD being another one of them. But we'll get into that as we keep going. But it was around narrative shaping, which meant that whatever this or now info that was coming out, his job, along with other people, was to make sure, and he was actually, admittedly, he was kind of at the top. It wasn't like he was just like a minion. He was like one of the guys who was like telling other people what to do. Allegedly. It sounds like it. From what he said, that's exactly what it sounds like. It's to respond to people who are talking nonsense. This is actually what Graham said. You know, when people are like just spreading nonsense and just, you know, dumb things like that, we're supposed to respond as quick as possible.
It's crazy how matches just find
Which
themselves.
makes perfect sense as to why he would respond as quick as possible when it came to Candace Owens. She would make a video, he'd respond right away. She would talk about, I think her name's Tracy Martin, Aaron's friend, the transformation coach. He would talk about, Candace would bring her up. The next thing you know, Graham is doing an interview with her. That's why those things were happening. I mean, you can't come to any other conclusion. And I'm not just basing it on just myself and what I think. It's his job description. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. He was doing his job. And the other people that activate along with him, well, they are, you know, lower, I guess. You'll say those are the minions, right? You say those are the minions of people. See, a lot of people, there was a list released by Milo where Graham was on the list of people who were paid, and it seems like that list actually checks out. So I'm going to recheck that list. I think on that list, and now, again, this is released by
checking
Milo.
it twice.
We
We're
had
gonna
Graham
find
out.
out who's propaganda
I think it had
or
Britta
not.
on it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it had Gary on it, and there was a few other people. Right? They're all known Candace haters, where they make it their job to just, try and refute anything that Candace says. Now that we know Graham is actually doing this, that list, I'm gonna find it. I gotta find that list. You know what? I have to find that list right away. Right away. Can you find the list that Milo made where he was uncovering all of the paid actors who were coordinating attacks against Candace, question mark. I hope to find that right now. It's because that seems legit now. Before it was like, oh well, you know, it's a list and it seems right. Now it's like Graham has admitted this. And it's crazy that Graham didn't just admit it sooner. I don't know. It's not like I would respect him more, but would have gave me something to make a video about, that's for sure. Anyway, let's keep going.
What the secrecy is? It's a public position. It's a public position. Why are we being so secretive about it? Well, I'll tell you this. I've not seen any notice that the job is terminated. I haven't seen any notice the job is terminated. But Graham Allen is out there, and he's one of the chief defenders of the Tyler Robinson did it all by himself narrative. He's out there on a daily basis attacking Candace Owens, almost on a daily basis. It's pretty ludicrous if you just go through his X feed, listen to his podcast. Oh, about that podcast. We'll talk about that in a second. Here is an X post that Graham Allen put up that was quote tweeted by the Secretary of Defense himself. And he is looking awfully ominous in this tweet, if I do say so myself. Doesn't look like a very friendly character. I guess they let him keep his mohawk for some reason.
There you go.
As stated on my show this morning, I've been asked by POTUS and SecDef who serve my country. When you get the call to serve your country, you answer it. Okay. You need to get... Okay. You need to get the call and get a shirt that fits. Okay. Congratulations, Graham. Looking forward to working together to serve the country and American warfighters. That is noted Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, who still has not figured out how to do a full thruster to depth and extension. But I don't hold that against him, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. What did he do there?
Wow. Such a CrossFit guy.
Good right there.
Such a CrossFit guy. Just
God,
watching those videos, just looking at people's form. Come on, Aaron. Don't nitpick. Don't nitpick on the Secretary of War. How dare you? How dare you? He's out there at least, you know? At least he's trying.
Ooh, the weather's nice. I can open windows.
Perfect. I think we found the list. I think we found it. Let's let Baron keep going.
What did he do there? What did Graham Allen do with the Secretary of War or the Department of Defense? Well, we have an example, or we have an explanation here in Yahoo, the Yahoo News. The X account, known as the DoD Rapid Response, has more than 155,000 followers and says it supports the mission of SecDef and fighting against fake news. It's managed by Graham Allen, a former conservative podcaster who's now the Defense Department's Director of Digital.
Get your head out of there.
That's
Get your head out of
interesting. DoD Rapid Response. Is that kind of similar to the FBI Rapid Response that was trying to troll Candace Owens and was dropping all kinds of crazy stuff on her one day? That's weird. Why don't we just go fight war? Why do we need podcasters tweeting for us? So it's a weird. That's what I would call.
Oh, this is already plugged in.
I would call other people. It was while I was there that Graham Allen assumed an even new role. This is back in June of 2025.
After this, I want to break this monstera plant apart and repot it. I'm going to try to get myself motivated to do that.
Heroes Rapid Response account
We'll
was
see.
going at Candace Owens. That was the big thing that happened. But it happened after this account actually was softly threatening Elizabeth Lane. And I don't know if anybody saw it. I brought it up briefly on one of my live streams, but it was actually saying, this account was saying, based on so Gary says something. Watch how this all tangles together.
I don't think anybody realizes that fucking Lane lady, Elizabeth Lane, is a fucking communist. Like, for real. Like, openly admitted communist.
She's really laying into calling them the P word. I mean, you know, it's just like wild. She's really going at them. And then
like she says, communism is better.
Say something about
everyone should be communist.
Something that they feel is illegal.
So
they're like, oh, we think it's kind of illegal that you had someone look into something, like you have a friend at the bureau, and this account jumps in and says we're looking into her now, right? So it was like a soft thing. Because believe you me, if you see that on X, if you're just on X and you see this account, say that about you. That's a soft. I'm trying to be kind and say it's a soft threat. You might just be like, whoa, what's happening now? What's happening right now? They're coming, they're looking into me. It was very interesting, very interesting. And I don't think it got her to back down, but I found it to be, I was like, is that what this X account is supposed to do? Because they could just not respond and just look into it. I think that would be the more professional thing to do. But instead, they were like, hey, we're going to put it out on X so everyone can see. Intimidating. Yeah, it's very intimidating to have something like that happen. I mean, I'd be shocked if I saw that on an X account. I saw Gary reposted something that Danks posted of me. And I was like, oh gosh, oh no. Because, you know, the Kandahar community, they're vicious. So I was like, oh gosh, I don't know what he said, but, you know, and I don't speak Kandaharian, and I definitely don't speak the giant dialect that's within Kandahar, so it's like, I don't know. I'm not sure what he said, and I don't know what the customs are to communicate with him effectively, so I don't know, it was kind of a little intimidating, I'll be honest. Exactly why you hate people who tag you. Yeah, I kind of do. I appreciate, I understand, you know, but I feel like some people, I feel like there's an op within that of tagging people. I feel like there's an op. I'll break it down for you guys more so later on. But that account does way more than just get into it with Candace Owens, like as if it's a teenager or something. And it's even funnier that if Graham Allen actually was running that account and Candace Owens said, hey, tell the intern who runs this account, and Candace Owens called the person who runs that account a nitpicking big B-I-C-T-H. That's what she said about that account. So if it was actually Graham,
Bic.
beautiful.
What did he just
Candace
spell?
has no idea what she even did. I mean, that's just perfect. Perfect if that's what happened. But anyway, let's keep going here.
I don't know what this news publication is. Midas News, M-E-I-D-A-S News. Midas. This is Pete Hegseth allowed DOD senior advisor to enter Rumble's streaming agreement. Graham Allen mocked media and Pentagon staff while announcing his role. Got a pop-up. Graham Allen, the MAGA influencer and podcaster recently appointed to a senior advisory role at the Department of Defense under Pete Hegseth, has rejoined his Dear America shirt while continuing to work for the federal government as a special government employee without a salary. Huh? So I guess he got rid of his...
Yes, that's how I spelled it, because I'm not going to actually spell it properly, because YouTube will still pick up on it. Come on, keep up, guys. Jeez.
salary so he could go back into podcasting. But he stayed at the Department of Defense as Allen's dual role, both as DOD special government employee and right-wing media personality, blurs the line between government work and partisan media.
I don't know how I missed this. This is crazy. How crazy do you think Benny Johnson would go, Officer Tatum would go, Graham Allen, name a conservative voice, if this was happening with a liberal, with a Democrat? How do you...
Oh my God, oh my fucking underwear, praise the Lord.
How many videos do you think that they would make?
I have been
if
on
this was happening
scraps
on the other side
of laundry.
I think they would go nuts.
I've been dealing with scraps of laundry for the last month almost.
I was one of those voices.
I am so happy to finally have
right?
all of my clothes. I'm washing my clothes at home right now, you guys. I haven't done this in like...
Again, slight kudos to Graham.
12 years.
At all. Completely
It's been
out.
at least 12 years since I had my own washing
I've
machine.
always fought against saying people...
Josh and I bought our first
I
RV.
considered myself that for a long time.
We bought our RV
I
in
always
20...
fought against people saying that they were dumb.
Yeah, so it might be like 11
But
years, 10 years.
I'll segregate it to his
11.
audience. If you knew
It's been 11 years since I had a washing machine, and now I have one
that
in
he
my
was
house.
working for the DOD and the Pentagon,
I don't have to drive anywhere. I don't have to spend $50.
What do they say instead
Which
of the R word? They
is
say
crazy.
restarted. You are restarted. It's crazy.
I wish Coach
I
knew
can't
that he
believe
could
it.
say
I can't
retard
believe
on
it.
his
You
live
knew that?
stream.
And you were just like, well, that's Graham Allen. That's Graham Allen. Bringing us truth and justice. In fact, he's so truthful and he has so much justice in his veins that Pete Hegseth decided to pull him up, have him work for him. I'm proud. If that's what you were saying, you're out of your mind. You're crazy. Nigga, please. Yeah. Just some silly niggas. So said Mega is dead. Mega is not implemented. Yeah, Mega is not implemented. Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. I think that movement's done. I think that passed with the president's chances of being known as one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history. I do think he had a chance at that. I think there was a very good chance he could have done. I think he could have been one of the greatest, but that's done now, sadly. Anyway.
No, he couldn't have. He didn't really do anything.
So I'm just going to play a little bit more of this.
Allen originally took a break from the show to work for Hegseth and the DOD. During his return to the show, Allen dismissed the authority of the federal courts while working for the Department of Defense. Encouraged Donald Trump to ignore judicial rulings while working for the Department of Defense. Launched personal attacks on journalists.
Dude, my laundry smells so good now because I'm not using a fucking dryer. I might not ever go back.
He didn't spare his own
Dryer is really where the electricity goes.
0.03% of Pentagon staff whom he deemed competent and calling Washington, D.C. the devil's butthole.
Relaxed.
This was his tweet here. I want to say thank you to the 0.03% people that are actually worth a flying you-know-what at the Pentagon. Can you imagine you're a lifer at the Pentagon? You're putting in work, man. You're 22 years in. You're just, whatever it is you're doing, man. Planning the next, country full of brown people doing things. And you're just doing your job, doing it the best you can. And some snot-nosed brat who's doing a dual role, working for the Department of Defense and as a right-wing podcaster, is out here trashing you while a government flag. And so is it any wonder while Graham Allen is so in the tank trying to attack people like Candace Owens, even took a side swipe at your public host people.
It's interesting, man. Very interesting. Now people are picking up on it. Shout out to Barron for taking the brunt of the attack. Guys like me get shielded because of Barron and Candace. Appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. You give us the opportunity to just make jokes and whatnot. We appreciate it over here at the High Hilarity outfit. Graham Allen jumps on. It says it's simple. Sean Ryan not correcting Candace Owens on whether to perform CPR or not to stop the bleeding / clear the airway during this exchange is proof he doesn't care. He is biased to her crazy opinions. He's a Navy SEAL. He knows trauma medical care better than most. He's willing to choose not to correct her. Yeah, a lot of people are going to...
That's the same thing that Tucker Carlson does, though. When they're interviewing anybody, they just let the people speak. And I actually kind of agree with that.
You're just supposed to keep doing that. That's not supposed to stop. In reality, the first thing you're supposed to do is stop the bleeding. You're supposed to seal up the hole. I only just learned this from a guy that I've been hanging out with who's actually a tactical guy. And he knows all this stuff. He's very legit. He doesn't think, he thinks that there's something very odd about the whole Charlie Kirk thing. I say that just to be nice to him, but he's going max. He really, he believes what most of us believe. But he actually put me up on this. He was like, what you're supposed to do with CPR, he's like, you create pressure. He's like,
I was just going to say that.
CPR. He's like, so if there's a hole,
it's going to squirt blood out.
So you have to seal the hole,
yeah,
and then you create the pressure.
Yep.
I didn't know that before.
That's common sense. I said that when Candace Owens said that.
You know what I mean?
Nobody is correct. God, Heather, you're going to fucking break this thing.
And then I became a man because he schooled me on that. Oh, man. So yeah, a lot of people are just lighting up Graham now.
Why would
because
anybody
he's admitted Fed.
get one that low
And, you know,
and
we
that
use
dangerous?
the term Fed, we use it broad, federal employee, clearly. And then
No, Mama, you
Barron
cannot
Coleman
go
showing
outside.
everyone how Graham Allen is legitimately
No.
a Fed and a paid TP USA slop pusher. And suddenly, no one believes a word comes out of this man's mouth.
No,
Allegedly.
Mama.
Shout out to Gray. Gray's follows me. Okay, good for you.
No, Mama,
Good for
you
you.
cannot go
Good for you.
outside. I'm
I like
sorry.
the cut
I
of your
know,
chin,
I know you want to
I like
so
it.
bad, but you can't.
But yeah, nobody's believing Graham anymore. Like it's just, it's a done deal now.
She's
Nobody
gonna
wants
bite
to hear
me.
what he has to say. I don't know why he did this to himself. Mr. Machuca is beside himself. I have to say, he has to be. He has to be beside himself, just completely disillusioned. There's also this guy. We're gonna get into this guy in a second because this guy is back activated. The cold-blooded Christian. We're gonna get into that guy. He's back activated out of nowhere. Oh look, our government PR Fed has something to say. People are not buying it. Well, some people are. Like this lady. This lady loves Graham. She's like, hey, Graham's telling the truth. It's great. Okay, Graham, I'm getting sick and tired of your corrupt FAQQ.
Money,
OT,
get down.
A, pushing blatant
You're not
propaganda.
allowed up
What
here.
do you say?
And you know it.
What do
She's
you
gonna
say
terrorize
about
me
you
until
and
I let her
getting
out.
together like men and settling this stuff? I'm sick
She's
of
trying
it.
to get herself
Jeez.
shooed outside.
Okay. Well, I guess somebody wants to see Graham. I would not condone it, but I would watch it if they put it on a streaming platform or something. Hey Graham, why did Frank Turek, who's also a veteran, say he gave Charlie CPR in the SUV leaning over the seats? That's the main point here, not Candace's lack of medical expertise. I mean, people are just like, oh, see, this person, I'm telling you, the attacks are going to roll in on Sean, man. Sean is as disgraceful as the rest of them. Oh, it's going to start rolling.
Well, of course they have to do that because if they didn't, then it would seem like Sean Ryan is not a Fed because he is.
Let's keep going here.
They're all Feds.
Right? People hate Sean. But you're fine when Harpole was on. But it was fine when Harpole was on. That's what I was saying before. Everybody thought Harpole was a great interview. You know? Now all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, Candace, how could you do this? Let's see here what Travis is saying. Travis actually shows this. Is this about Graham or is this about Officer Tatum? Hold on here.
Tucker has it. And
Here it is. This is him, and he actually talks about Barron slightly, and then Travis switches over to a clip of Barron. Check this out.
Tucker has it. Candace has it. Ian Carroll has it. Who else is in there? Fat Boy has it. What's that dude's name? Barron Coleman?
I mean, you work for the Pentagon. You work for the Department of War. You specialize in social media. Do you really expect that we think that you don't know who Barron Coleman is? This guy's probably given lists of people that they have to discredit. You're telling me you don't remember. You don't remember the guy who's probably second on the list, maybe third, maybe it's Candace, Tucker, and then Barron. You're telling me what's that guy's name? Huh? I can't even remember. Who's that guy? Oh my gosh. He's terrible. He's just a terrible actor. He's just terrible.
Some loser that talks about anyone that he was taken down. Arizona, 1223 Utah. 7 minutes later, Graham Allen is on an inbound call with TPUSA that lasted 11 minutes. And it was finalizing the contract agreement between Graham Allen and TPUSA.
Wow.
Was he still working for the DOD when he's finalizing his contract with the TPUSA?
Oh, yep.
In other words, and I don't know the answer to this question. I'm just asking them. I'm just presenting them in the order I find them.
Money? Oh!
You know, like TQSA has a DOD special employee on their contributors. It's just the way it looks to me.
I've been saying this. I've been saying that they are clearly linked. They are clearly linked in some way, shape, or fashion. When I say they, I mean the admin and Turning Point. They're not just linked in the sense of conservative and conservative values and pushing, Republican candidates. They're not just linked in that way. It's a much deeper link, which now, again, links to the whole emotional asset thing, being Aaron Kirk. It links to Graham Allen being a part of this department and then also a part of Turning Point. It links so much. And honestly, no one's saying it about Officer Tatum because he's fun, but he's probably something along the same lines. I mean, he wasn't calling, it's funny, people think, he wasn't calling Barron fat. Actually, when he said the fat guy, I was like, oh no. I really have to lose weight. Because as soon as he said the fat guy, I was like, oh, is he talking about me? Oh no.
I thought that too.
He's talking about Project Constitution. That's what he's talking about. He's not talking about Barron. Barron's clearly not fat. He was talking about Project Constitution. He just didn't want to say the guy's name.
Get down. Do not.
If you're on X,
You gotta chill. You cannot go outside.
He didn't want to say them. Didn't want to say that name, and then he brought up Aaron Coleman afterwards.
Money, you can't go outside. I'm sorry. No.
That. But I just show that clip right there because Tyler actually was saying, you're never gonna forget Barron's name.
I know.
Barron's not one to F with.
I know.
Barron's
I do. I
Graham's
really do.
Tonight, Graham's reputation or ego may never fully recover. I assure you that the
Money
and federal asset.
Stop it!
Never
It's not
to
happening.
call Barron's name again. I mean, 100%.
Douglas has it. Candace has it.
Hey, quiet down, shorty. Doing my live stream.
Ma'am,
right
no,
now.
you cannot go outside.
I'll click on
I
it
love
when
you
want
so
to
much,
talk.
but you cannot go outside. No.
Sorry about that, guys. Little guy with the mohawks trying to talk to me. He's a
Mama,
little
no.
guy.
No.
No,
No,
Little
Mama.
breaks. It's fine. Some of us are bald, some of us are short, and in Graham Allen's case, he will be both. He will be both within the next 5 years. Just saying. Sorry. It's just the way it goes. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. But yeah, it's pretty wild. So we get to M. And what M was talking about here. She's saying to Candace, I found your guy Graham Allen behind the rapid response account. D. Anderson was behind the suggestion. Previously, Barron Coleman and Daisy pointed out that Graham was behind the DOW rapid response account, formerly the DOD rapid response account. This clown is running the show with his favorite blonde-haired blue shirt emoji. Now, I mean,
Did I
this
forget
is
to put
just
laundry
an emoji.
detergent in my laundry?
I do agree
It just
that
smells
people
like
do
laundry. Like,
put messages, they
I
text
feel like I
the
should just
same way,
rewash it.
especially across platforms, because you don't usually think to yourself, "Hey, I'm gonna write this a different way than I usually do." You just kind of write things,
Underwear
So
all smell
I
clean,
get
so
what they're
that's
saying
good.
here. It's very
Smells
similar.
like clean laundry.
Very
But
similar. I think
I can
another
smell
thing to do.
that rainbow
Right,
shirt.
so now we're seeing Graham Allen, how he talks here. You'd be nothing without Charlie. This is him talking to Candace. And Turning Point, then Prager
Didn't
U,
get
and then
cleaned
the
up.
wire seems to
I'm
be
gonna
a trend.
rewatch that.
And then over here, it's like the failing. New York Times seems to be having a hard time adjusting to reality. That's why everything is behind a paywall, because they need the money. If fake news lies, if the fake news lies, they will be held accountable. Facts are clickbait, and then it's the same emoji there. Now, I don't know if millions of people use this emoji every single day. Every single day. This is just what some people use, right? Even I use this not all the time, but I do use it because I want some respect in my messages, right? So I use this. But a better thing to do, if M or D. Anderson are watching, I would say run Graham, his accounts, through AI, Claude, whatever. Run the rapid response account, the Bureau's rapid response account, through AI as well, have it run a comparison on what the likelihood that the guy who's running, or the guy who's saying things on Graham's account, is the same that is running the rapid response account. I think that would be a better way to do it. But this is like you building up the hunch. I think I would say give that a try. But also, and I know there's someone saying like right now they're reaching a little bit. It's like it's not so much of a reach because it's already being verified that he runs a rapid response account for the DoD. So it's like it's not that far of a reach to think that he would run the bureaus as well. It's not that far of a reach at all. His job title is to be the person who responds rapidly on social media, digital media. So X, Facebook, Instagram, everything. That's his job. That was his job. So it's not that much of a reach, but to be able to verify it more would be very interesting. But again, that's M. M does great work. D. Anderson does great work. M, where are you at? Where are you at? So, follower-wise. Only like 200 more from yesterday. D. Anderson, where are you at? 1,600. Man, I can't wait till more people follow this. I'm telling you, they're going to. Anyway, we have a little bit more here. Rapid response. Look. Oh, see, it happened again.
Damn.
Wow. Talking about the department, all of a sudden it's telling me that my browser's not going to work. Okay. All right. I hear you. Before I play another video, I'll have to do a little reset. Rapid response, largest reaching digital accounts. Our work. Wait, this is Graham Allen? Oh, this is what Graham Allen actually said. Rapid response, largest reaching digital accounts. Our work is not over for Secretary of Defense and the DoD and the country, but now is a good time for me to move on to a part-time / consulting role so I can fight for the war fighters, both inside and outside the DoD. Yours truly, Tootsie Graham.
Are you ready, Orly?
You had to have made it Tootsie Graham. You didn't actually say it. But that's actually a quote from him. So this guy's basically really open about it. Yeah. You know what? Couldn't prove that. This person here saying that DoD owns X in part anyway. I couldn't prove that, but it seems like it. I'll say that. It definitely seems like it. It seems like something happened there when he was trying to buy it. Because if you know about how Elon actually bought X,
Oh, sorry, buddy.
He basically didn't have all the money. Larry Ellison actually had to help him out quite a bit with buying X. Larry Ellison is a part of the Board of Science and Technology. This board is not above the president, but it gives the president suggestions in regards to what should be done with AI, data centers, et cetera. It has more power than state-level government in this regard because there is an executive order signed that the federal government now makes the decisions, and state-level government does not.
Come on, guys. Can you
So
please?
that Larry Ellison, the same
I'm,
one
like,
that
right
bought
underneath my
TikTok, the
feet.
same one that is super pro-Philadelphia, the same one whose son, I believe, owns, maybe they own together, but they have large stake in CBS, who actually bought the Free Press, which is owned by Barry Weiss. Barry Weiss, who is actually a neocon in disguise as a conservative voice. The mask has recently fell off. The same lady who did the prepped interview with Erica Kirk so they could go after Candace Owens. The same Erica Kirk who is being branded as an emotional asset in an email that was sent out by the DoD. It can make you go crazy. It can make you go crazy.
Boom, boom.
Oh my gosh. Anyway. Oh man.
It's
So
okay to be
we'll see.
crazy. Boom, boom.
Someone said Paramount. CBS. Yeah. Oh yeah. Paramount. Yes. So I mean, if you look at all that, you look at everything that's going on here. I mean, it all just makes sense. It's weird that very much, just like 3 months ago, it was all speculation, and all of a sudden, within a week, mainly because of Graham Allen, shout out to Graham Allen, mainly because of Graham Allen, all of a sudden, everything starts to make way more sense. Shout out to him, friend of everybody's show. Let's be real. He's done us all a favor here. Thank you very much, Graham Allen. And again, all our fault. Look at this. This is a conversation between him and Pete Hegseth. This is on the DOW Rapid Response X account. I mean, it's on us. We could have found this. This came out a year ago, almost a year ago now. I'm just saying. Like, here he is talking with Pete Hegseth. Let's go.
We're at 1
Out of
month
hangers almost.
since the assassination of Mark Floyd and Charlie Kirk. I want to get 2 thoughts from you closing out. 1, thoughts 1 month out from that, and 2, you get a lot of criticism for bringing your faith back into this role, which I think is insanity. Just talk to us a little bit, real quick, your thoughts about Charlie 1 month since, and then why do you feel it's so important to bring your faith back into this position?
Well, like you, sometimes it still doesn't feel real, right? You see videos and things that are still playing and go, oh man. Isn't Charlie the perfect example of someone who brought his faith into the public square and did it boldly, unapologetically, in a way that met people where they're at? Wasn't preaching. It was simply saying, you want to really be set free? Gospel sets you free, not a policy from the government. And so our job here is to ensure that we are ready to deter and, if necessary, win our nation's war.
Not a policy from the government. So our policy here at the government is. I love
Our job here is to ensure that we are ready to deter and, if necessary, win our nation's war. We know that. But a huge part of readiness is spiritual readiness as well. This is a department. This is a job that has long appealed to heaven. On bended knee, that guy right there said a few prayers before he set out to try to establish a new nation. We were founded with that understanding that our rights come from a creator. And so not only should we hide it, we shouldn't be ashamed of it. We should speak boldly about it.
Whoa, there's the cat.
That's why we do a monthly Christian worship service. That's why we, wherever we can, we invoke the name of God, we invoke the name of Jesus Christ. We want that spoken and talked about inside our formation. We want our chaplains empowered. Because what we're doing here is yes, in an earthly sense, incredibly consequential, but there's also a spiritual battlefield.
As he does this, there is a layer of, I always think of Often. Often is a project, it's an offshoot of Mortal Kombat Ultra. And the thing that they do, I'm torn because I do like what he's saying, because I am Christian. So I do like what he's saying. But I also know that there's a different layer as to why he's saying it. Someone just said 2 Christians. Exactly. I really do feel like there's another layer as to why he's saying it. And why they hold those Christian little, like, what do you say here? Let me just hear.
We invoke the name of God. We invoke the name. We should speak boldly about it. We should speak openly about it. That's why we do a monthly Christian worship service.
See, a monthly Christian worship service, things like that. There's another layer as to why they're doing that. I would love to think it's just because he's deep in his faith, and he just felt like that needs to happen. But there is very much and again, it's in Project Often. I actually have it written down. Whatever, I'll just talk about it. But there is a manipulation in regards to your there's a manipulation of your systematic belief systems within Often. Now, if you don't know what Often is, it is a program that came from Mortal Kombat Ultra, right? Combat with a K, because in case people don't know. It was an offshoot of that program. The head of that program teamed up with a woman who specialized in Wicca, which is witchcraft. Now, she didn't just specialize in Wicca. She understood the occult a lot. She was deep in the occult. So they got with her because they wanted to see if they could do what they did with Mortal Kombat Ultra, but do it in a different way, through occult rituals and seances and religious experiences. They wanted to see if it was possible to get the same amount of control of a person through those things rather than the monstrosity that they were doing when it came to Mortal Kombat Ultra. And now this is that. The miniaturization of things takes place as technology gets better and better. So it starts off, Mortal Kombat Ultra, they're holding your eyes open, they're doing all this stuff, it's crazy, they're splitting people's personality, all sorts of wild stuff. And as time goes on, it gets simpler and simpler and less invasive and less invasive. And now we're at a point where it's just the Secretary of War is making sure to have a monthly Christian meetup for people, a session with people. It's because they're trying to take that agenda that they have as the DOW or as their agenda, and they're trying to link it to Christ. And there's a big problem there.
Money?
And again,
What is your deal,
I hear
my
him
love?
say it, and I go, that's good. That's what I want to see things get back to. But I know, there's no free lunch. There's no free lunch in this whole thing, especially with these guys. There's no free lunch. They're not doing this for no reason. They're doing this for a very specific reason. Anyway, let's keep going here.
Service. That's why, wherever we can, we invoke the name of God, we invoke the name of Jesus Christ, and we want that spoken and talked about inside our formation. We want our chaplains empowered. Because what we're doing here is yes, in an earthly sense, incredibly consequential, but there's also a spiritual battlefield.
What a strange
and there's our own,
occurrence. You can't
eternity,
escape
our own
from
souls.
there.
I know,
Wow.
as I reckon with this job in this place, that you've been in here, the decisions we make on a daily basis.
I don't know what your
Impossible
deal
to do it
is
as a-
and why you're having
as a human being
such a
alone
difficult
forever.
time
But
grasping
knowing
this
that
concept.
serving
But,
God,
honey,
obedient to His word,
You're never going
it humbles-
outside again.
humbles everybody.
Okay?
God humbles you no matter what.
Let me just make you a
But
fucking
humbles
landing
understand
pad
that
so you
He's
don't
got a
break
plan.
your feet.
And God's out there, and
Bits of this fucking thing.
Appeal to Him, hopefully His wisdom can be imparted on us on a daily basis to try to do right by this great American republic.
Here, you got a landing
So,
pad.
Charlie set that example. He did it every single day. We miss him more every day. Almost when you see the void of his incredible talent. But may we live worthy of his martyrdom.
Okay, just remember, as he said all that, again, that sounds great. It does sound great. As he's saying that, he's talking to the guy that specializes, that was hired in narrative shaping.
Fucking hate
He's
this
talking
word,
to
dude.
the guy who he has hired, and actually, Grant actually works under him, okay? He works under him, and he specializes in narrative shaping. And then on top of that, this guy was, thank you for your service. He did serve, but he was also a host for Fox News. I mean, you really got to look at what's going on. The guy was a host on Fox News, right? An anchor, a correspondent, whatever you want to call it. He was working for Fox, then gets pulled into this position.
Am I ever gonna wear this shirt?
Graham is pretty much the same thing on a more Fisher-Price level. He was a bad podcaster. He gets pulled into this position. And what are we actually looking at here? What are we watching? This is crazy. This is so crazy. Anyway. It's wild. It's wild. What else did Barron have to say about Graham Allen here? I'll check out a little bit more. Let me see. I think he's pretty much done with Graham Allen. I think he just plays the thing that I already played. Here, let's check it out.
Is it any wonder? Well, this is funny. This was in our archives. We kind of thought of this while we were putting this together today. This is a call log that we got a hold of. This is interesting. Now, this is Arizona time. This is Arizona time. So 11.
Man, Daisy, if you're here, how are you guys getting a hold of phone logs? What are you guys doing? I think
Here,
when
right
I
here.
did that bit about
Money.
you and
Hello?
me meeting up with people like
Right here.
Dick Tracy, like
Right here.
Columbo, I think I wasn't that far off.
Go
How are
ahead.
you
Come
guys
on.
getting
Come on.
this?
Go. Go.
What's going on here?
Okay, do it the hard way, you dumbass.
I mean, what's happening? What are you laughing
Gotta
at?
show off
How
for
are you
everybody and
guys
break your
getting
feet.
call logs? We got a call log here, Graham Allen. What? How? You have the call? Is that what we're gonna see? Is Barron giving us the old Candace? Where later
Do
on
not
he's gonna
try to
he's
jump
gonna
up
give
there.
us- Later on,
Now she's gonna jump up on the edge of my bed. She's really she's really being an asshole. She did it in the middle of the night last night. She jumped up on my bed and then the whole thing came down
I
on
don't
me.
even know how they did it. They chopping down the call trees and they sending over call logs to that Baron Coleman. I mean, come on. This is wild. I'm telling you, I know it. I know it to be true. You guys are for sure. You're in dark parking garages. Baron's like, give me the call logs, I said, give me those call logs. I'm not playing around with you, bub. I didn't meet up with you for no reason. And Daisy's just like, move, boss. Let me put 2 in them. I'll put 2 in them right now. Just say the word. Just say the word. All right. I got the call logs. This one's from Graham Allen. He's a shill. I told you he's a shill. You already knew that, though, didn't you? All right. Here's another one. And another one. Leave me alone. You took the money, big guy. Huh? Didn't you? Huh? Daisy pistol whips him. That Daisy you got there is too rough, Baron. Too rough. I didn't do nothing to deserve that. I told you to bring those call logs, and I told you to bring them quick, didn't I? Huh? Let's get out of here. We got a live stream. Let's go, Daisy. Guys, get out of there with your trench coats on. So dumb. Oh, my God. Something's going on. This is very... How?
I need more hangers.
Someone said calllogs.com. I wish it was that simple. My goodness.
In 2017, on the day Charlie Kirk was taken down, this was 11:23 a.m. that he was taken down. Here in 12:23 Utah. 7 minutes later, Graham Allen is on an inbound call with TQSA that lasted 11 minutes. And it was finalizing a contract agreement between Graham Allen and TQSA.
This is crazy. I didn't even catch this because I already just played a little clip of this. It was just around the time Charlie got hit? That is crazy. So he gets hit. Graham Allen calls Turning Point right away, and they get on the phone. So Graham Allen's on the phone. I guess not right away, but at a certain point, Graham Allen's on the phone. They're talking to Graham Allen. They're talking to Candace. They're talking to Victor Marks, I think. I mean, Victor Marks is he's so cagey with everything. You can't tell what the heck was going on. But he knew something. They're talking to BB. They're talking to Tim Pool. I mean, was it instant damage control? Because, in our hearts, when it all happened, we were like, it's just the people who were close to him trying to bring us the information. But was that it? Or was there some kind of damage control going on? That's so weird. That's so weird.
I really like these long sleeve tight t-shirts. I don't know if you could tell. ¿Por qué no?
Hey, nostalgia fans, welcome back to Dial-Up Days. And welcome back to what is becoming our weekly support group for people still emotionally processing these early, weird, chaotic days of Nickelodeon. Because now that we've done a few of these and everybody keeps watching them and asking for more, it reassures us that everybody watching enjoyed this era as much as we did. So we've talked about how Are You Afraid of the Dark was somehow allowed to terrify an entire generation every Saturday night. We analyzed the show My Brother and Me, which made 13 episodes, and yet brew the powerful dark magic spell called the Rerun felt like it aired somewhere near 9,000 times. And we just recently explored Pete and Pete, where being a kid felt funny and strange and just a little existential all at the same time. But today, we're gonna go back even further than all that. And I mean both all of that stuff and the show All That. This is before Snick and before all that. Before Nickelodeon had figured out what a Nickelodeon show was even supposed to be. There was a show titled Hey Dude. And on the surface, Hey Dude seemed pretty simple. Teenagers working at a dude ranch in Arizona, horses, desert sunsets, teen romances. Mr. Ernst making every situation more complicated than it needed to be. And one of those dang theme songs that lodged itself into your brain somewhere around the year 1990, and near as I can tell, is still in there playing right now. So if you were anything like me growing up, you wanted nothing more than a chance to go work at that ranch. Never mind that most of us had absolutely no idea how to ride a horse, rope in anything, or even survive half an hour in the Arizona heat. Somehow, the show Hey Dude made spending your summer doing manual labor in the desert look like the greatest job a kid could possibly have. Well, join me today as we tell the real story behind that ranch, because it's a lot stranger than the show ever was. Because this was a children's sitcom that was made a whole 1,000 miles away from Hollywood in the actual Arizona desert, wrapped around a real working guest ranch. The young cast on this show was not just pretending to spend their days together at the bar none. This cast was genuinely growing up and bonding together. Relationships formed off camera. One cast member had an accident serious enough to lose an entire storyline. Some of the cast were quietly ready to leave before the show even ended. Others were heartbroken when it was over. And even as this cast moved on from the show, pieces of the fake Bar None ranch just kind of stayed behind, out in that Arizona desert for decades. And then, 35 whole years later, they went back. So today, let's talk about how one of Nickelodeon's earliest live-action hits actually got made, what went down behind the scenes of that show, why the show ended, what became of the ranch, and the reunion that brought everyone home. This is the weird truth behind Nickelodeon's Hey Dude.
I finally got a house.
Before Nickelodeon knew what it was doing. It's easy from where we're sitting now to kind of just assume Nickelodeon always knew how to make hit shows for kids. This is far from the truth. Why don't you try to picture the late 1980s with me here? Yes, Nickelodeon did exist, but it definitely wasn't the original programming juggernaut that 90s kids remember it to be. After all, that's the era of Carissa, Rugrats, Doug, Ren and Stimpy, the Slime Factory, the whole thing. That was all still yet to come. Back then,
you see how all these rappers be trying to act like they gangsters? Clive Davis is the real gangster.
As president of CBS Records for 6 years, Clive J. Davis was as responsible as any one person for what pop music Americans heard.
For a guy to commit as many felonies as he's committed, and not spend a day in jail.
Oh,
I believe he's where he's gonna go.
when Whitney's body is still upstairs in the hotel room. Remember, Whitney passed away the same day. Why did you go on and have the party? Just ask her.
She confronted Clive, but he dismissed her concerns, leading Phyllis to lash out and call him a plantation owner. That statement must have stung, as Clive was known for trying to hide his actions.
That in the book, Clive opens up about his sexuality. You know I went in. You're bisexual?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got a boss too, and his boss name is Clive Davis. I focus right now on Sean Combs because he's a African. Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, Clive Davis.
You get something, but for that you make a pact with the devil. Clive Davis knew, Mr. Clive Davis knew. He promised us to help. I have sent a lot of people now in the business. I have sent big people, I have sent powerful people, I have sent greedy people. I've sent people who don't care about humans.
Clive Davis, born April 4th, 1932.
Crazy how
Brooklyn,
even Nilly was calling
and
Clive
died
Davis out all
June
that time ago,
22nd,
and nobody cared.
2026 in Manhattan. Was an American music
sounds a
executive and
mess.
producer who headed several labels, notably CBS Records and Arista, and guided the careers of numerous top-selling musicians, including Janis Joplin, Carlos Santana, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Rod Stewart, and Alicia Keys. Notably, Davis helped steer Columbia Records, CBS subsidiary, from its focus on jazz, classical, folk, and traditional pop artists to sign more rock and rhythm and blues R&B acts. In an obituary, the New York Times called Davis a hit-making titan of the music industry who became one of music's most powerful executives. The New York Times regarded him as being among the few non-performers in the music industry to become a household name. As honored as he was in the music world, he was not a musician. He did not know how to sing or play an instrument.
No, he knew
He was
how
actually
to
a
play the
lawyer who
game.
somehow mysteriously ended up being music's biggest name.
Somehow
I was plucked out of the law firm to become chief lawyer for Columbia Records.
He was never drawn to music. In fact, he began his career as a lawyer.
I did that for 5 years and then made head of Columbia Records.
Okay,
Yes.
with no training in music.
None.
Do you play an instrument?
No.
No. Okay. How did you learn to be good and as good as you are at this job?
You don't learn to be good. It's a gift that I found I had that I never knew I had, whether it's an artist or a song.
How do you know what a hit single sounds like?
I couldn't explain it to you if I tried.
Really?
The answer is, I do know. I do know when I hear a hit song.
Can you sing, Clive?
No.
Your childhood. Clive J. Davis
My
was
feet
born on
are
the 4th of April,
so incredibly
1932,
soft.
in Brooklyn, New York City.
The back
to
of my
Jewish
heel is
parents,
wrinkling.
Herman and Florence
My skin is
Davis,
so soft.
The middle of the Great Depression.
My foot is
His
wrinkling
father
where babies'
worked as
feet
an
wrinkle.
electrician and salesman. He grew up in the Brooklyn
Hello,
neighborhood
Betty
of
Lou.
Crown Heights and attended Erasmus Hall High School in
I don't know.
Flatbush,
Probably,
Brooklyn.
eventually. I've
Let's
been
just
doing
say-
this. I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 years now. So I have built up like a community of people who anticipate watching me on a regular basis. So yeah, I mean, it just takes time. Do not jump in and expect, ooh, my leaf has already grown more. Don't just jump into this and expect to go viral. If it's kind of like a bar of soap. If you grip a bar of soap tightly, it'll pop out of your hands. Same concept. You can't give a fuck about this. You can't obsess over your numbers. You can't do that. If you do that, that means you're making it into a job. This is not my job. This is just something that I do on the side. You know, it's a hobby, I guess. And so I put 0 expectations on it. I don't care. I have no, no expectations. I post whatever I'm currently interested in. And when I live stream, it's literally my life. This is really what it is. So I'm not the person to coach or consult people on how to make content and become successful, because I don't know. All I know is that I've gained all of my followers by just doing exactly what you see me doing right now. Sometimes I talk and respond. Sometimes it's your fly on the wall. I prefer fly on the wall style live streams because it's my real life. You know what I mean? So I very much prefer. I can't believe how many new leaves this monstera is putting out. I really should do that right now. Just don't want to have a big soil mess in my house. I guess I don't really have a choice. Is the animals gonna walk through it all? Probably. I wish I had a tarp. I have visqueen. I think I have visqueen in the garage. Let's see if we have some visqueen and I can make a tarp. Let's hang right there, I guess. spoilish. Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it. Okay, now I know why these scissors were at Goodwill. Motherfucker. You should. And if that's my whole purpose on this planet, is to inspire people to do things with themselves. So it's not my job to convince anybody of anything. It's my job to just do what interests me. And if people are interested in that and they can see me and be like, if she could do it, I could do it. Need a little tray or something. I wonder where my good scissors went. Heather. Great. I've seriously lost my good scissors, so that's fucking super tight buttholes. Alright. This girl. Dude, having a house is so cool. Wish I had a roll of that. Totally had rolls of that. See wide, I'll just have to cut it in half. Okay, it might not work because this is it's like it's not one strip that sticks to itself, but I'm sure I can make it work. Is that a freaking fracking spider? Brother, my brother in Christ. I'm sorry, but no. Literally, I fucking vacuum this house every single day. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to speak to you about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Sir? Do you want to talk?
From the start, when
I
I
should
was a
probably
little
go
kid,
pee
I
first.
read everything and I got very good grades. Clive admits about how his obvious exceptional intelligence was identified at an early age. But, you know,
I don't think
my
this
mother
is gonna
gave
be
me
enough
some of the
soil.
best advice of my life, telling me I didn't want to be just an ivory tower intellectual, and that I needed to go out 2 or 3 hours a day, integrate myself with friends in the playground, and play punch ball, stick ball, and touch football. I listened. I think that's something that's helped me through my life. I've always tried to avoid being an ivory
it's a
tower
dead
intellectual.
no?
And some of the great
Dead?
joy and benefit I've gotten from contemporaries has been from friendships involving
Dead, brother.
sports. I was a pretty good tennis player when I could still play, and I'm a big Yankee fan. Despite their lack of religious observance, his family emphasized tradition, and his bar mitzvah became a
I
milestone
have to go
event
pee. I have to put on
in
shorts, and my
Davis
house
grew
is
up
like
in a
way
middle-class family in Brooklyn, New York. As a child and young
all the
man,
fucking
he
machines
was
are
not
running. This is
especially
gonna
interested in music.
cost me
His
so
mother
much
died of
money.
a cerebral hemorrhage at the age of 47, and his father died from a heart attack a year later while Davis was still a teenager. He moved in with his married sister who lived in Bayside, Queens. He earned scholarships to New York University, Bachelor of Arts, and Harvard Law School, and in 1960 he joined the legal department of Columbia Records. Combining shrewd negotiation skills and a sharp business acumen, Davis quickly rose through the company ranks. Payola, FBI, a Rolling Stone article dated the 5th of July, 1973, reported that CBS fired Clive Davis amid allegations of misuse of funds and providing drugs to artists and disc jockeys as part of an alleged payola scandal. Davis was also fired from CBS Records for allegedly using company funds to bankroll his son's bar mitzvah. Reflecting on this incident, he stated, "I was fired in 1973 when CBS cleaned house in the wake of a scandal in the record world involving alleged payola going to radio stations, and it was a painful year and a half before I was personally exonerated. I wrote my first book about the drama of withstanding adversity during that time. I had to start all over again and formed Arista. Columbia Pictures put in $10M and gave me the right to pick artists from what had become their music division."
You see how all these rappers be trying to act like they gangsters? Clive Davis is the real gangster.
As president of CBS Records for 6 years, Clive J. Davis was as responsible as any one person for what pop music Americans heard, including income tax evasion.
I know, truly, I was literally saying the same thing.
Property, interstate travel to commit bribery, and the making of illegal payments to radio station David Winshaw and other.
I don't understand, like, how do bots, like, YouTube doesn't do that, right? Like, it has to be a user. But, like, bot people don't do that for free. So, like, I'm trying to, like, understand, like, how are there bots when, like, there's nobody who would do that to help me, like, on my behalf. You know what I mean?
Music has a very individual, meaningful role in society, not only to youth, but to 25 to 50 age market as well.
Yeah, so I am going to do that to some degree. And I'm also going to, there's like a couple of plants going on. I really don't know what's going on. So this is an experiment. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I need to go get rubbing alcohol.
To radio stations to play their songs. He got busted for filing false tax returns 3 times. And then defrauding the IRS 3 times. He was part of the biggest payola scandal of all time. As president of ABC Records, there was a general basic crime guy named Pasquale Falco. And he got busted smuggling 22 pounds of heroin. And they came across all these shell companies that he headed. And Clive Davis was funneling money from ABC Records to these shell companies. And that guy has not spent one night in jail. That's what's amazing about him. For a guy to commit as many felonies as he's committed and not spend a day in jail, I believe he's working for the government.
For what? What makes you think he's working for the government?
Well, the fact that he is a fucking
a guy in that position,
music industry gangster.
I'm sure has quite a panoramic view of certain types of corruption and criminality.
Where? In what realm?
In the music room. How do you commit that many felonies?
Oh, yeah.
And not spend a day in jail?
Yeah.
I also
I
need to put my begonia in the pot.
It's like the next great record executive job.
Do you think he may be some type of informant to blackmail artists into messaging whatever narrative they want in the public eye?
It's
musicians.
Think of the power that musicians, rock stars have.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Taylor Swift could influence an enormous percentage of the U.S. population in an election. But he could be blackmailing elite musicians to message particular narratives for FBI, CIA.
And I don't understand how there's a documentary about it. Like, I kind of understand that. That makes him not to be this benign octogenarian.
Use this one.
I live in New York City and I know some people in the music industry. And
Earwig.
him is like the Antichrist. The people that I know in the music industry do not hold
Davis in very high regard.
Columbia Pictures then hired him to be a consultant for the company's Bell Records label. He wrote his memoir and then founded Arista Records in 1974. He signed Patti Smith to Arista in 1975, and her widely acclaimed first album, Horses, was released that same year. Davis later brought to the label such influential groups as the Kinks and the Grateful Dead.
That
He
earth
also
smells
guided
very
both
good.
Aretha Franklin and Dionne Warwick through career slumps, helping Warwick return to the charts with I'll Never Love This Way Again, and helping Franklin score smash hits with Jump to It and Freeway of Love. Davis founded LaFace Records with L.A. Reid and Babyface. LaFace subsequently became the home of TLC, Usher, Outkast, Pink, and Toni Braxton. In 2013, Davis published his autobiography, The Soundtrack of My Life, in which he revealed his bisexuality. Davis was married twice, first to Helen Cohen and then to Janet Adelberg. Both marriages ended in divorce. He later had a long-term partnership with interior designer and real estate agent Greg Schriefer. Davis had 4 children. Davis assisted Sean Puffy Combs with the creation of Bad Boy Records. It became the home of the notorious B.I.G., Craig Mack, Combs, and Faith Evans. Although Davis later admitted that he never quite understood rap music, he stated, "In more recent years, I saw R&B changing and welcomed hip-hop." Clive continues. I financed LaFace Records and brought in L.A. Reid and Babyface. I signed Usher, Toni Braxton, Pink, and Outkast. I changed my method of operating, but I was always listening. When I met Puffy Combs, he was only 21 and a middle executive at Uptown Records, and in a 2-hour meeting, he articulated his vision for a hip-hop revolution. I told him he had to play me music that could become hits with a wide audience, and he came back the next day and played me 4 cuts by Notorious B.I.G. I was so impressed, I joined Puffy as a partner and financed Bad Boy Records, end quote. In the 1970s, Davis began hosting an annual invitation-only Grammy Awards gala, which was held before the ceremony. His parties soon became legendary, attracting an A-list of talent in the entertainment industries and high-profile politicians. Davis was a public figure in his own right, known for his dapper style and for his close collaboration with his roster of stars, guiding them throughout the creative process. Although he occasionally clashed with or misdirected some of his clients on projects such as singer-songwriter Barry Manilow and jazz singer Tony Bennett, other artists, such as Franklin, were intensely loyal to him. Diddy later presented Davis with the Industry Icons Award at Davis's renowned pre-Grammy Gala in 2020. However, the relationship has come under scrutiny as Combs faces mounting legal trouble, prompting discussions about the extent of Davis's early financial and professional backing. And do you know, with all of that, Diddy nor any representatives and affiliates of Bad Boy Records was invited or included in Clive Davis's funeral? One source told Rob Shooter's Naughty But Nice, "You can't tell the story of Clive Davis without telling the story of Diddy. Bad Boy wasn't a side project. It was one of the defining chapters of Clive's career." Those close to both men said their connection went well beyond a professional partnership. Diddy adored Clive, another source claimed. He saw him as a mentor, a father figure, and a friend. Their bond was real. It was even claimed that Diddy was in a full-on relationship with Davis. Allegations that were essentially validated when Davis revealed he was bisexual. Clive has admitted in the past to sleeping with men in the industry.
After my second marriage failed, because I had been 100% heterosexual up until that point, then I opened myself up, having read something about bisexuality, that I would open myself up to the possibility of a relationship based on the person and not on gender.
You mean upon sex instead
Seeing
of
a man or a woman for about
biology,
4 or 5
just for
years
pleasure,
and direct
the ultimate
into a
evil.
relationship with man. To the extent when I was aware, I immediately told my children. My children knew about it. My closest friends certainly all knew bisexuality. Having turned to it and learned to see what the reaction were.
Oh, I don't know the story, I don't wanna.
And that's it. my career at this age. It's not affecting my friendships, my professional life, my family situation.
That is the book that Clive opens up about his sexuality. You know I went in. You're a bisexual?
I am. I became bisexual.
Yes.
For the first 50 plus years, I was totally straight.
That's right.
Are you in a loving
You're
relationship
telling
now?
the truth.
Very nice. Is he younger than you?
Somewhat, not very close.
Musicians. And there are so many gay ones out there who cloak their gay by having to play straight. Why can't they just come out of the closet and be successful?
A gay actor has very tough times in being a romantic leading man.
Yeah. Do you encourage closeted musicians to come out?
I encourage people to deal with what they can deal with.
And new revelations suggest that Diddy may have had sexual relations with at least several powerful men. So, is there something to the rumor that Clive and Diddy had more than a casual business relationship or even a close friendship? Rapper Suge Knight once alleged that Clive and Diddy were lovers. Suge, whose real name is Marion Hugh
That's why they did that shit to Wendy Williams,
Jimmy
right
Iota's
there.
office at Westwood Interscope and hearing
She
something he thinks
exposed
he should have
Clive Davis.
According to Suge, who ran Death Row Records alongside Dr. Dre, gay relationships among powerful men were well known in the industry, but kept secret. These men in the industry don't consider themselves gay. They consider themselves messing with women, but they really don't like the women because they beat the crap out of them, he said. In the music industry, especially in the 1980s and 1990s, powerful men felt compelled to hide their relationships with other men. Diddy has been accused of sexual assault against women, yes, but men as well. According to rumors, Diddy took advantage of young men looking to get into the industry the same way they suggest Clive took advantage of Diddy. Some fans have worried that Clive pressured Diddy into sex acts in exchange for building his career, in an abusive model that many celebrities say they have experienced while trying to break into the industry. While Davis was alive, he never distanced himself from Diddy, even as he was caught up in legal troubles. Now, according to Blind Items, people are wanting to know more about why Diddy was allowed to get away with everything he was for so long, and it's because of Clive Davis and them having an alleged bisexual pact, that in order to get a deal or be seen, you have to coerce the person to engage in gay sex if they are male, or sex if they are a woman, which is sodomy, then capture it on tape to have collateral. This is why most of your faves are scared right now about the footage retrieved from Diddy's house during raids. According to these Blind Items, Clive Davis encouraged Puffy to do this to ensure loyalty from industry stars. It was a tactic to put all your faves on tape to blackmail them later. For many stars, the blackmail forced them to come out as bisexual or reduce them to drugs, depression, or ending their own lives. And the casting couch is there for men and women. What happened? Allegedly, Diddy got on his knees from Clive Davis in 1994. He got a boss too. His boss name is Clive Davis. My focus right now is Sean Combs because he's a African. Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, Clive Davis.
When did you embrace hip hop? How did it happen?
It's not my field of expertise. I was not living the life. A business manager worked for Dell to meet a young guy, 21 at the time, Puffy called. And I met Puffy. I was very impressed with his vision. When he played me cuts from the Biggie album in the making. And I knew that this was closer to the street. And so we did the deal for Bad Boy Records. And then obviously with Biggie, with Puffy, with Ace.
Bad Boy Entertainment. I named it Bad Boy. I want to go against the grain. Anytime you go against the grain, they consider you like kind of bad.
He was
His voice creeps me out.
Learning who bet on. We changed the nature of Top 40 and with hit singles. And each of the artists had Biggie and Bass and Puffy. We exploded.
Who do you think was madder than a promoter outside of Dick? Clive Davis.
Clive Davis going to say, we need to have a discussion with that guy there. This guy right here took a multi-million-dollar deal elsewhere, and he got famous through Arista and Bad Boy Records. How does this make us look? Our artists that we developed took a multi-million-dollar deal.
Small competitors. They used to go around and
In 1989, crossover pop success. Her debut album, Whitney Houston, yielded 3 #1 singles in the United States, and she went on to become one of the best-selling musical performers of the 1980s and 90s, according to the
I don't know
Hollywood
why I thought
Reporter.
those kitty scissors were
Surreal,
gonna fucking cut anything.
somber, strange. Those were just a few of the words being whispered among guests at Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammy Gala. The R&B star and 6-time Grammy winner who was found dead in her Beverly Hilton hotel room that afternoon. The evening's black tie event was being held just 4 floors down in the Grand Ballroom, and Houston had long been a regular of the soiree, usually seated front and center for all of the music industry to see. The show must go on, said one member of the production team, who pointed to Davis as the person most hell-bent on going through and not canceling the festivities. Indeed, Davis said as much from the stage. To put it simply, Whitney would have wanted the music to go on, and her family asked that we carry on, he declared, before asking for a moment of silence. This Clive Davis thing is like Whitney and Clive's baby together, said Houston peer and label mate Tony Braxton. Being here tonight is like keeping her alive. Still, even Braxton confessed that the vibe felt very awkward. It's like a surreal evening, she said. You don't know what to say. Should you be happy?
This Hollywood party featured stars like Dionne Warwick and Jermaine Jackson. The gathering was a Davis innovation to introduce one of his newest singers, Whitney Houston.
Her career and the bad times that happened to her, self-inflicted bad times, did you ever think that maybe I, Clyde Davis, could have done more?
She always would call me her industry father. This was more than a business relationship. I knew I did as much as I could. I do have to say that when she did her Oprah interview, she did give up drugs during that period.
The Oprah Brown, Bobby Brown sisters said on several occasions that she was beaten. They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub. Like, her and Clive had a fight 2 days before. And from what I was told, Bobby Christina was present for some of that fight. And then the next thing you know, she's dead. Now, in your memoir, you do talk about discovering Whitney Houston. How did you know that she was going to be a big star?
A stunning beauty, a naturalness. I knew that this was not just his donor. If there's someone with a combination of the beauty and the lyric depth of a legal hole,
Yes.
it would be
Whitney Houston. You were like a surrogate father to her. Like, she was more to you than just your artist.
When she broke every record in the history books, her voice, her bearing, everything about her was just at another level.
Yeah, and I come from a place of addiction, so personally speaking, I think that only the addict can clean up. But do you feel as though there was more that you could have done, like cut off her money supply?
That the person has to sing to that level that they want to get better.
Right. I just thought it was in poor taste for you to continue with the pre-Grammy party when Whitney's body was still upstairs in the hotel room. Remember, Whitney passed away the same day. Why did you go on and have the party? Just ask him.
You're a very small minority. Because if you knew Whitney better, this was her favorite night of the year. She came out every year. But we dedicated the evening. Whitney would have gone, would have wanted the party to go on any more than the Grammy should stop. We spoke to representatives of Pat, who was a manager, and Gary, who was her brother.
Her body was still upstairs.
Alicia performed, Tony Bennett, Diana Krall, Jackson Brown, Diana Ross, Jamie Foxx. Everybody celebrated the life, the memory. That was appropriate, so I beg to differ with you.
You were, I think, going to go to the Clive Davis party. It was a surreal event where Whitney's body was still in the hotel, and there was this sort of party where apparently half the room were in tears.
I thought that was complete insanity. And knowing Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, the show must go on. She's the kind of woman that would stop everything. I'm not going to do that. I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life he had influenced and whose life had been affected by hers, they were like,
I'm gonna have to read all these again very shortly.
That's by pure chance in here on Friday night.
a true tribute, might have been a truer, a more honest tribute in mine. In my opinion, would have been maybe call everybody together, let's say a prayer, go home. I couldn't get dressed. I was supposed to go to the party. I just got off a plane from Miami. I couldn't put on makeup. I couldn't get dressed. I couldn't do anything. I was paralyzed. I couldn't do anything.
Salacious.
She lit up your life.
She lit up my life. She loved the room. And I knew that I had to sign it.
Why did you let the party go on?
Of course, this is a personal thing. But the Grammys for the next night, you don't cancel.
Did you give a thought to canceling?
Never.
You never thought?
Never.
Did you ever think?
And my family did not want me to give a thought to no. By now, sadly, you've all learned of the unspeakably tragic news of our beloved Whitney's passing. I do have a very heavy heart, and I am personally devastated by the loss of someone who has meant so much to me.
Whenever you saw Whitney, she always hit you with that beautiful smile. She always hit you with that incredible energy, that real love. Today, we didn't just lose one of our fellow artists. We truly lost an angel.
Many people speculated that it was a ritual sacrifice. I did a video for Whitney. We dive deeper into that, so check it out. Theorists point to this continuation, combined with her accidental overdose, as alleged evidence of occult symbolism in the entertainment industry. The ceremony began in a very peculiar fashion, especially given the context of Whitney's death. Bruce Springsteen yelled to the crowd, "Are you alive out there?" Then sang the song, "We Take Care of Our Own," a mantra that was repeated throughout the evening. Well, I know someone who was definitely not alive out there. The very person that was on everyone's mind when the show began. And in the last years of her life, she wasn't particularly well taken care of either. She was mentally, psychologically, and even spiritually disturbed. Clive Davis was accused of giving artists drugs in the beginning of his career and criminal history with ABC. Chaka Khan alluded to this in her CNN interview with Piers Morgan. Was she under mind control or the subject of some kind of dark rituals?
I was introduced to certain people and to certain opportunities to use recreational drugs, and she was a strong-willed, strong-minded girl.
You think she had that tendency anyway?
I think that we all, as artists, because we're highly sensitive people, machine around us, this so-called music industry is such a demonic thing. It sacrifices people's lives and their essences. Yeah, that reminds me of the time I had a manager once who said to me, you're worth more money than why? I'm just, by the grace of God, stand out here because I could have easily a lot of pressure from the label I was with at the time.
A day before Whitney's death, Clive Davis told Piers Morgan that Jennifer Hudson...
I'm gonna leave the propagations for later. That's why I'm putting this here, because I'm gonna end up cutting it here and probably here again and allow it to propagate in water, but I'm not gonna do that right now.
Hudson's career took off. Right after the violent murders of her mother and brother in 2008, her first public appearance after the traumatic event was singing the Star-Spangled Banner during Super Bowl. At the 2012 Grammy Awards, who do you think was chosen to pay tribute to the fallen artist by singing her greatest hit, "I Will Always Love You"? While Whitney Houston's life was ending under bizarre circumstances and she was portrayed in the media as a hopeless drug addict, a new generation of Illuminati-approved artists were being placed in the spotlight.
I didn't think I was going to be able to get through it.
Yeah.
When they asked me to sing, I was like, had Whitney not passed me the torch herself, I would not have done it because I have that much respect for her. But when she was here and I did a tribute for her at the BET Awards, she came backstage and she did her famous bow. She was like, I turned my torch to her. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll do it. But I was like, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. And barely had the news that she passed. We were getting ready for the pre-Grammy.
Right.
And my assistant flew in the room and was like, you heard? And I'm like, heard what? And he's like, Whitney Houston passed. And it wasn't even minutes. And the phone rang. And they was like, they want you to sing. So it's like, it's just a lot.
What a coincidence.
They participated in the occult ritual that was the Grammy Awards and played their role in the tragic comedy of the music industry, even if it meant losing their essence and their soul. What happens to those who don't play along with the system or rebel against it? They disappear from the spotlight, and sometimes they disappear from this earth in less than dignified circumstances. Because, as the mantra of the 2012 Grammy Awards indicates, the elite take care of their own and no one else. Based on accounts from interviews, biographies, and reporting about Phyllis Hyman's career. She became deeply discouraged because she felt Clive Davis and Arista Records never fully committed to her as an artist, despite recognizing her extraordinary talent. In short, Phyllis believed that she was often overlooked while the label poured its attention, promotion, and resources into bigger commercial stars. Clive Davis wanted her to fit a more commercially marketable image and sound, rather than allowing her to remain authentically herself as a sophisticated jazz, R&B, and adult contemporary vocalist. She felt she was repeatedly promised support that never truly materialized, leaving her career stagnant while watching other artists flourish. Hyman spoke openly about feeling disappointed and frustrated with Davis. She suggested that he did not know how to market an artist like her, and felt she had not received the same level of investment that other Arista artists enjoyed. Although she acknowledged his influence in the music industry, she believed her immense talent was never given the opportunity it deserved under his leadership.
Can you say this on air? It pisses me off.
I think you can.
It makes me really kind of angry. And then I realize sometimes, some parts of the industry, they're only interested in quick results, instant results. They get these artists are thrown away. But I have spent so many years developing this talent and working very hard on it. You think they're on the road to their big break. You hear from them this year, you don't hear from them anymore.
That's very true.
They're being used and they're being discarded.
I'm sorry, Lee.
Real strong, because I have been depressed for many years, because I haven't been on record in 5 years due, unfortunately, to politics in this business. It's taken its toll on me because I've been real depressed. I won't deny that.
She confronted Clive, but he dismissed her concerns, leading Phyllis to lash out and call him a plantation owner. That statement must have stung, as Clive was known for trying to hide his actions.
In the late 1990s, Davis oversaw yet another major comeback, helping Santana return with Supernatural. The album topped charts worldwide and earned a record-tying 8 Grammy Awards. Santana's feat of most Grammys won in a single night matched Michael Jackson's in 1984. Davis was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2000. Davis was fired from Arista in 2000 and started J Records, an independent label with financial backing from Arista parent Bertelsmann Music Group, named with the middle initial of Davis and his 4 children. BMG bought a majority stake in J Records in 2002, and Davis became president and CEO of the larger RCA Music Group. Arista Records and J Records, which were both founded by Davis, were dissolved in October 2011 through the restructuring of RCA Records. All artists under those labels were moved to RCA Records. He also served as the Chief Creative Officer for Sony Music Entertainment. In the 21st century, he continued his remarkable string of successes by signing and mentoring such artists as Alicia Keys, Jennifer Hudson, and Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson. The conflict between Kelly Clarkson and Clive Davis became one of the music industry's most public artist versus executive disputes. Both wrote about it in their memoirs, and their accounts differ sharply. Kelly Clarkson's perspective. In her 2013 memoir, The River of Dreams, Clarkson described Clive Davis as controlling and dismissive of her artistic vision, particularly during the making of her 2004 album Breakaway and, even more, her 2007 album My December. She has said that she wanted to write and release more personal, emotionally honest music. She believed he underestimated her abilities as a songwriter and artist. She said the experience was emotionally painful and made her feel disrespected. I cried after I played him a song I had written about my life called Because of You. I cried because he hated it and told me verbatim that I was a writer who should be grateful for the gifts that he bestows upon me, she claimed about Davis. She noted, he continued on about how the song didn't rhyme and how I should just shut up and sing. This was devastating, coming from a man whom I, as a young girl, considered a musical hero and was so honored to work with. But I continued
I literally
to
have like just enough, and I'm gonna have to water propagate that one. Luckily, I have a big vase outside.
He didn't include that in the book. Clarkson also accused Davis of being the reason her follow-up album, My December, wasn't as successful as he is said to have bashed it during a music industry event. What's most interesting about his story is what he leaves out. He doesn't mention how he stood up in front of his company at a convention and belittled me and my music and completely sabotaged the entire project, the talk show host claimed. One of Clarkson's strongest objections came after Davis published his own memoir. She accused him of making false claims about her, including statements that she said misrepresented private conversations and exaggerated conflicts. She publicly wrote that she was disappointed he had twisted the truth and accused him of lying about aspects of her career.
Ever run into Clive
Oh my
Davis?
god, I literally thought I left the back door open for a second. I just had a miniature panic attack.
Here I was 22, just proud winner of American Idol, walking into the office with a guitar and a head full of dreams. I thought that was where my dream would begin, but instead he told me dreams don't matter, obedience does. He wanted me to sing the songs he chose, wear the clothes he picked, and smile at the angles he dictated. He said Whitney became successful that way, so I should just do the same. I poured my heart into writing because of you. Every word was a scar left by my family of origin. He said, this song is garbage, no one will listen to it. I stood there feeling as if I had been stripped bare and thrown onto the stage. In his 2013 autobiography, he distorted the truth and told lies about my behavior at work, claiming I broke down crying hysterically in his office. Crying hysterically? Nonsense.
Clive Davis's perspective. In the soundtrack of my life, 2013, Davis argued that his job was to protect an artist's commercial success. According to him,
And
he
about
tried to
water,
separate
not
back
to
to
go to the
her
store.
on his hit singles. He felt the album would disappoint fans who expected another breakaway. He insisted he never wanted to silence Clarkson's creativity, but simply encouraged her to strengthen the album commercially. He denied bullying or trying to destroy her artistic freedom. From his viewpoint, he was acting as an experienced record executive trying to maximize the album's success. Kelly Clarkson isn't the only artist who has expressed frustration with Clive Davis. Over the years, artists including Phyllis Hyman, Jennifer Hudson, Whitney Houston, through people close to her, and others have at various times criticized aspects of the music industry's executive culture, including decisions about marketing, image, and creative control.
Like, how much money you have to spend on a new artist, a new album, for it to break even?
Between recording costs, marketing,
And that's
and
why
everything, certainly for each
artists like on TikTok breaking out on their own is
you have to do a very,
better.
very rough rule of thumb.
Better for
You're
everybody
talking about breaking
involved.
even by selling 500,000 albums in order to recoup.
Let's talk about the
Things
role
are fine for
of the
now.
Over
producer.
the
You,
years, I've
however.
only taken the credit, been given the credit of a producer if I found songs for the artist.
The Milli Vanilli scandal, when the famous duo confessed they did not sing on their records. Arista Records president Clive Davis was accused by the duo of forcing them to sell their souls and pushing a massive tour marketing agenda despite knowing the truth. We were scared. People threatened us, said Milli Vanilli member Rob Pilatus at a Hollywood news conference today. We're happy that it's over. Pilatus declined to say who threatened him and partner Fabrice Morlan. But he said Arista Records president Clive Davis knew about the deception that has rocked the pop music industry. Arista has denied the allegation.
Bottoms. Three
Successful
bottoms.
music
I
is a
have
great money
two
machine.
new
Singles,
ones.
albums, maxi singles, quiet now. The album made $580 million.
Milli Vanilli, Clive saw a dollar sign.
Well, we moved everything up as fast as possible.
Clive would say every week that we're missing like $1 million.
And the winner is Milli Vanilli.
They won 3 American Music Awards.
We would like to thank Clive Davis. They've sold approximately 46 million records. Global. There was merchandise, keychains, ticket sales to the concerts. Arista, they were cashing in the bucks. And the whole thing with Milli Vanilli would have kept going if they had not been nominated for the Grammys.
And the best new
Oh,
artist
should I
is
need a whole nother
Milli
one?
Vanilli.
No, I don't.
Robin found deserves to be called out, certainly, but it was weird that people didn't come down on Frank and Arista and Clive.
Embarrassment today for the pop singing group Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli turns out to be a lot of phony baloney.
We had no income. I want to make it very, there was no one that knew in our record company
Bullshit! How could you not know? You own the record company. You produce it. You produced the record. We had no idea. We're just not sure how they managed
So there's no question.
Oh.
Millions and millions of dollars were at stake, and people depended on them. Everybody depended on Milli Vanilli doing their job.
Don't look at we sold these million records. Don't look at the fact that someone inside of our industry had to have known this was going on. The record company and industry has all of the power. So they're going to use everything they can to point the direction that Robin had. No, it's these two guys who barely speak English. It's their fault.
It was like, I will describe it like this. You get something, but for that you make a pact with the devil. Clive Davis knew, Mr. Clive Davis knew. He promised us to help.
I need
have
to
said
repop
a lot
that.
of people now in the business.
ASAP.
I've said big people, I've said powerful people, I've said greedy people. I've said people who don't care about humans. People threaten us. That's for that, and we're happy that it's over, you know. You don't understand.
Religion. Clive Davis, the legendary music executive and rock and roll Hall of Famer, did not practice a devout religious lifestyle, but he strongly identified as Jewish. He died in June 2026 at age 94 after being hospitalized with respiratory issues. But for those who have followed the dark underbelly of the entertainment world, this is no ordinary farewell. It marks the end of an era for a man long alleged to be a central node in the Illuminati-style network of control,
I'm glad you decided to just do it
sacrificing, blackmail, and soul selling that has dominated popular music. To the mainstream, he was a visionary. In reality, he was a handler, a gatekeeper who allegedly demanded total submission in exchange for fame. Check out my Aretha Franklin video to see just how this worked. According to the People's Voice TV, Davis's pre-Grammy galas were more than parties. They were showcases of power, where deals were sealed, alliances formed, and the pecking order displayed. Attendees included politicians, stars, and industry titans in what one outlet wryly noted was the closest thing to an Illuminati gathering if such a thing existed. Davis's model involved signing talent young, shaping their image often with occult or hypersexualized symbolism.
Ooh, my feet are already starting to peel.
And discarding or
Cool.
who sought independence.
That was fast.
Payola allegations from the 1970s, tax issues, and whispers of providing favors to artists and DJs
My feet look
painted
like
a
they're
picture of a man comfortable
been like
operating
in,
gray
they're getting boot
or
rot.
black areas.
They're so
In the broader
moisturized.
conspiratorial view, Davis wasn't just
Oh, I can't wait for that skin to come
he was
off.
a high
Ooh, my feet look so weird. Look at this. My feet look so weird.
symbols,
Look at the skin.
breakdowns, and the relentless
It's from that baby feet stuff. All this skin is about to come off.
artists who made it
Ooh, looks so weird. There's skin peeling here a little bit. Crazy. Can't wait till it comes off. Apple juice is supposed to give you diarrhea. Full of sugar. You don't want to have diarrhea from apple juice. Consume fiber.
Some will call it natural closure. Others see it as the handler finally exiting the stage, leaving a blueprint of control that successors will follow. The music industry will mourn with tributes and lifetimes. But the real question remains, how many careers were built on broken souls? How many gifts came with internal strings attached? Clive Davis may be gone, but the machine he helped perfect grinds on, pumping out stars, collecting souls, and guarding secrets.
can't even tell. God, that was a genius idea. Oh my God, I have plants with an S. I need to get more potting soil, and I need to repot the stuff in the yellow pot. I have a lot more pots outside too. Dude, I'm so happy. All right, I need water. Laundry soap. Can't afford paper towels. I don't even have any money in my account. What? You need to go outside, go potty? I'm sorry, Mom. I can take so. Okay, I'll check my bank account. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll go to the store and then. I'm sure it's so dirty, dude. It's so stained. Okay. Soiled. My watch is dead. Got milk and I got butter already. Alright, let's run to the store. Give my watch a few minutes to charge. Let's go get dressed. And then we'll go to the store. Are you charging or not? Yes. Yes? Ooh, I found some cash. Good job, Heather. My cat wants to go outside so bad. She's so mad. I need to water those plants, but I can't yet. Money! Why would you dig in the plant? You want a treat or something? Okay. What's the temperature outside? Okay. I just want to wear like a hoodie and a pair of like long pants, but it's too hot outside for that. I kind of just want to cover up my boobs a little. Guess I'll just wear the same shirt that I wore yesterday and then washed. shorts, I suppose. Being on your period sucks so bad. Yeah, I better buy paper towels. Got toilet paper. I don't have enough money to buy green medicine. Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget whenever I do the baby feet stuff that I'm gonna have to like walk around in public with my feet looking like terribly gnarly for a few days. They're already drying out now that I have them out of the socks. Dude, putting Vaseline on your feet, soaking your feet and then putting Vaseline on them is like a genius trick for this baby feet stuff. I'm afraid to put my shoes on. I don't want the skin to come off in my shoes. I should really cut my toenails. My God. Like a fucking savage or something. I really don't feel very good. Period's like hitting me hard. No, I'm in the US. I feel like I'm gonna faint. Did I get my straw? Periods like really take it out of me. Dude, where's my placenta? I had them somewhere close by. See if I can even get this fucking jar open. Oh my God. Ooh, is that the glass cracking? I can't get my stuff. Oh no! Oh, this is the only thing in the world that can make me feel better. Elliot's placenta. Oh fuck. I haven't opened it in like 3 years. Ah! I'm scared to break it, and I don't feel good enough to do it. I need a boyfriend or a husband to open it for me. I need to text my husband. Why aren't we charging? Dude, why aren't you charging? Okay, let's see. Where's this thing? Oh, there's 91. Yay, there it goes. Okay, this thing's working. I need to turn the AC off. A tea towel. It's like rusted. The tea towel gives me less grip. They smell perfectly fine. I'm totally taking one. sinus infection brewing. I got so much dirt in my nose working at my job. Weed eating. It's starting to bother me. Should drink a little more water since that was a gel capsule. There it goes. Went down. Whatever. Stay outside for a little bit. Lock him out. You want to come back inside? No? Okay. Should probably bring my purse or something. This bitch thinks she's going out with me. Yeah, I am gonna start wearing a mask to work. I just didn't have one, and then I was like, well, so I have a mask, but it's the one I have that I use for rug making, and I don't want to get the one that I'm using for making rugs all dirty with, like, you know, nasty shit. Oh, thank God that an animal didn't come up on my porch last night, because I totally forgot my garbage right here. It out myself. Freaking don't feel like going to the store. Stress out about bills and stuff. I keep forgetting all my bills are paid except for my storage unit. And it's like only the 10th. Sitting here has their dog's portrait as the like tire cover. I want to make them a rug. That's what's bothering me. Any hard sale? Mixing bowls, mixing bowls. Are there any mixing bowls? I don't see any mixing bowls. I'm too old for this period stuff. Gotta be like the oldest woman on the planet. Still getting her period. Shit like fucking takes it out of me. So this will be the ultimate test. We'll see if that placenta helps. Usually it does. Usually it helps me feel better in some way. It just like does that thing. I can't remember the word for it, but if it's angiogenesis. I don't know how I pulled that word out of my hat. I don't know where that even came from. It's like angiogenetic or whatever. Angiogenic. it does angiogenesis or whatever. So like if you need more, it gives you more. If you need less, it helps you get less. It just brings you to the place where you're supposed to be. Don't know how it works, don't know anything about it. Chocked full of fucking human hormones. No way I've got a green light right now. Attention to your phone. Just focus on the mission. Get in, get out. It hurts my eyes. The light hurts my eyes. My veins. Do not deny my veins. I left my list at home. No, I put it in my pocket. No, that was the cash. Frigger. They just got like $15. Why did I need that? What else did I need? Onions, garlic, water. I should get some kind of vegetables. So I can make a stir fry or something. I need water. Can't believe I did that. I don't usually drive on my stream, but I usually used to live out in the middle of nowhere. So I used to live out in the middle of nowhere, and so if I left my driveway, I didn't have any internet or any way to, you know, do a stream. I kind of feel pukey. Periods suck. I hate it. I hate it so much. God grant me the serenity. Okay, what did I do? Make my own. Oh, I never can remember the name of these things. English muffins. myself. I don't know. It's feeling sketchy. Jerky, popcorn, we got skinny chips. We got milk. I need cream. Oop, I lost my shoe. Oh, got shocked. I got milk, I got butter. I need water. I keep getting shocked. Why do I keep getting shocked? I should get like a 5-gallon water machine thing. Okay. That's really what I needed the most. Vegetables, juices, cheese. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I should totally get myself an alcoholic beverage. For our second one. Might get myself a little buzz tonight. Dog treats. Can't get any cleaning supplies. $3.49. They're so expensive. Oh my god. We need 400 points. But I have 400. I'm gonna have 400 points.
Oh, thank you so much. That hit that Robert Smith. Yeah, that's exactly. That's what makes me know what to hear. So, yeah.
Nerds found one another. Okay, I'm not gonna get anything from this aisle probably because I make everything stuff here. Those are vegetables. Do I want to get some of those though? Oh, I forgot to take the shrimp from Rose. got that covered during snow. Really just need water. And I need some vegetables. Can't afford meat. Cereal, grits. I need grits. Fashion grits. Pancakes. Excuse me. Thanks. Okay, that's all I can afford of that. Oh, extra virgin. I don't believe you. Why is oil so expensive? I'll just use that regular oil. I need coconut oil for my dog. About everything I need now. Okay. Canned meats, packaged dinners, sauces. Got pistachios. They were given to me. Don't need bananas. I just went through bananas. Got that. That. I just don't trust the way they do avocados. It's like potatoes, onions. I just got shocked again. Literally got shocked again. These onions are so gross. All moldy. Gross. All the onions are moldy. These small yellow onions, those are fine. Okay, so got garlic, turmeric, oh my god, dude, it's gnarly. Some of the food here is gnarly. We've got taro root, horseradish, jicama. I need garlic. That's what I need. Where's the garlic? They have potatoes and onions stored together. That's not a very good idea. Where is the garlic? It's literally garlic season right now. Oh, my idea how to drive this thing, apparently. I got shocked again. Dude, all of this food is covered in mold. Fuck. Let's look at here, the tomato. Dude, there's so much food out here. It's covered in mold. Where in the heck is the garlic? There she goes. Shallots. Garlic. I also don't need very much garlic because I have home garlic coming to me very soon. Spray it around. Try and grow that. Asian pears. Mangoes. Sure, I'll get some green mangoes. Let them ripen on my counter. Can't believe how many of these are good. Everything else they see. Okay, I got garlic. I got onion. I need vegetables in which to make a stir fry now. So I've got celery at home. I've got the peppers at home. I've got potatoes. I might have carrots as well. I should get some. Sorry, I'm indecisive. Getting freaking shocked. Every time I touch anything, I'm getting shocked. Alright, I got that. What else? Where is like zucchini and stuff? They've got organic. They've got Brussels sprouts. I just got shocked again. These are questionable age. And they just don't even give a fuck. They just put whatever on the floor.
I'm telling you. I used to not eat fruit. I just couldn't stand it. But I discovered that organic bananas actually taste like
Okay, zucchini and squash. God, why is the food so gross here? Carrots, lettuce, radishes, spinach. Oh yeah. I don't want to have to make it like ASAP, so maybe not. Maybe we could do some kale. Swiss chard. Ooh, golden beets. Send me all the golden beets. Okay, where's an employee? Excuse me. The thingy, one of the plants tipped and it spilled a bunch of water. I can't remember the name of it, but it held water in it like a. You have a thingy, a triangle somewhere? Because I don't want anyone to bust their ass. Thank you. Ooh, maybe I should get some organic herbs. Fruits. I'm always afraid of getting strawberries. Oh, we put the good ones on the top. Tricky. I just need to stop. Get out of here. I got water, which is the most important thing. I got garlic, I got onions, I got stir-fry vegetables. Dang, those look good. Start. We've got okay, so 3, 6. I have 9 of these. 9. Okay. Yeah, Safeway is definitely a oh, so sorry. Yeah, Safeway sucks, but you know, Cottage Grove is a small place, and you know, there's only so many places you can shop, so worth it at the end of the day. Prices are about the same as it would be at Walmart. It is what a good girl I am, locking my truck. On autopilot. Dude, my freaking feet keep sliding around in my shoes. It's fucking baby feet stuff. Oh my god, I cannot wait to go home and crack open this fucking alcoholic beverage. And then do whatever the fuck I want for the rest of the day. It's kind of funny how whatever I want always lines up with what needs to be done, though. There. I can't believe I forgot my list at home. In the perro aisle. Is that right? I know they had one of those. Sounds like a teenager trying to be silly on the internet to me. What did I just remember? What's wrong, truck? Good. My poor tire has that asphalt on it. It's gonna throw off my alignment. I need to like drive like this in order to scrape it off my tire. a little bit better though. I will say that. Go Lord, get me home. Go Lord. It's pretty hitting kids on bikes right there. I love Oregon so much. I'm so fucking grateful to live in Oregon. I feel so blessed and so lucky that I was able to get out of Florida, and how like every single day I wake up and this is the fucking shit that I get to look at. I feel so fucking happy and so grateful. Because like, I was not the person that I am today when I lived in Florida. Florida has this way about it, sucking the life out of you. It's hot and oppressive. And if you're not wealthy and you can't afford luxuries like air conditioning and a car that runs well with good air conditioning, then life is just miserable. And it baffles my mind to think that my ancestors at one point decided that to take the long fucking trek from wherever to South Florida. Like, I can't believe they did it. Oh, come on. Just a little bit more. I can't back up in my own driveway today. I'm tired. And I don't feel good. And maybe if I say it enough, I'll start to feel a little better. If I complain enough. I'm a little teapot. If I complain like a little teapot, I'll fill up. Can't wait to look at the list and go, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that. Whole other ass refrigerator I could hook up if I want to. Oh, there's all kinds of jars in there. There might be enough jars in there to jar up that gallon. Quick. sure my feet will stop sliding around. Shoe. My hand just stopped working and just dropped it. I was holding it, and my hand just opened up and dropped it. My left hand, however, didn't give up. Turn on the light first. Hello. It smells so fucking good in here. God, I love the smell of that candle. Hello, hi, yes. Oh, you motherfucker. Of all the places, it goes right towards the one item in my house I'm nervous about tipping over. Money. What? Oh, what the fuck? There's fucking flies in the garage. I'll hurry the fuck up. I don't want the flies coming in the house. Come on. Come on. Monkey. Come on. Come on. You're gonna be stuck out there. I'm gonna leave you out here. Okay, bye. Bye. Are you ready? Yeah, I thought so. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Money. Okay, whenever you're ready, just come on back in. Oh, are you ready now? Yes, I am. I am currently aware. Oh, so hot. Hi, baby. Yes, I'm aware. I know. I know. You want to go outside. I know. How crazy. I know. I heard that too. Oh yeah, I made the banana nut bread last night. It came out very good. Swear to God, Heather, if you chip one more of your fucking vegetables with your nails, you and me are gonna have some fucking crosswords with one another. Somewhere to put my vegetables. These can pretty much stay in the paper bag. No, they go in the sun. Motherfucker, what is pushing this door? There you go. Oh, Lord Jesus. There we go, for the crying love of Pete. Okay. Got you some coconut oil for your skin. Skin of the boy. honey, please. You cannot go outside. Okay, it's just not gonna happen. Fuss and cry about it all you want, but unfortunately, it's not going to come to fruition. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You want to go outside. I get it. I hear you, and I get it. This is the banana nut bread. Wash my hands. Oh my god. You're invisible? Okay. Can I help you? can't believe I got all of my plants separated. I'm really proud of myself. I've been looking at it for a few days, thinking about doing it. Honey, for the love of fucking God, can't I just water a plant in peace? I just don't understand, dude. What is your friggin' deal? Yes, I love you. Pet, pet, pet. I love you so much. Yes, I do. But seriously, this is getting annoying. Yes, I love you. I do. Very much. You have no idea how much of my life I center around you. I'm hoping that this parsley or basil, I can't remember which it is, I got a plant over here, a clipping, and I'm hoping that it will actually take. Okay, so what's today's date? Today is update complete. Great. Just love it when it updates when I'm not paying attention. I love that. Awesome. Okay. So, what was I going to look up? The date. Today is the 11th. So, we'll have to come back and look at all the plants in a month. Set a reminder for 1 month from now to look at the monstera growth difference. Sweet. None of the water has come out the bottom of the pots. That's always a good sign. Alright, well, now that I've gone to the store, done all this stuff, I don't know what else I needed to do. I need to do laundry, I know that, I guess. These have got to dry, so. I'm gonna go for a couple hours, I guess, and I'll be back later. I'm gonna go take a nap. call my kid and relax for a little bit. And then I'll come back in a couple of hours. We'll put away the laundry. And then I'll clean up my kitchen. And hopefully by that time, all of the bottles, hopefully all of the bottles, have enough stuff and or whatever. Hopefully all the bottles are dry, and then I can actually put the kefir in them and then put it in the refrigerator. So hopefully we can do that in a little bit. It's very ready to go. I don't want it to turn alcoholic, so it's so funny how the pieces are sinking to the bottom and then floating to the top. It's crazy to watch them like go crazy, and they're growing like crazy. It's wild. They literally go to the top and then sink back down again. Dude, this is crazy. Hold on. It's like one of those thermometer things. Go to the bottom. Let's see if we can. And back up we go. Down we go. Boop. What are they gonna do? Oh, they attached. They are one. To the top. This is better than TV. Who needs TV? Boop. They're so alive. No, this is water kefir. This is a drink. This is a probiotic drink. It is very much alive though. Each one of those going up and down are kefir grains. Boop. Here we go. I had absolutely no idea that it did this. It looks so weird. It's like a jellyfish. Oh, you see it farting up there? Look at all that carbonation. This shit is seriously carbonated. It's like a lava lamp. They literally look like fish. It has 2 eyes, dude. What the fuck? I'm gonna tell my kid we've got sea monkeys. Okay, anyways, see